South Carolina Freedom Caucus Chairman Adam Morgan dropped the bomb on everybody to listen with an ear. And I think this kind of speech is the kind of speech that should be shared everywhere, and everyone should know about this. The way he talks about his voters is beautiful, because it always feels like all these politicians, the minute they get elected, the minute they get pushed into office, they stop worrying about the voters who voted them in and start doing their own thing, and they become something completely different. It's like, if you're going to use us to get into office, it would be nice if you actually continued the process of things that you made promises of when you got into office, as opposed to using it just to perk our ears and almost like clickbaity, like a news article title, and then you read the title and it has nothing to do with the news article title itself, which happens all the time. That's what politicians are. They're just like headline titles, and then you read the news article and it has nothing to do with what they stand for. Okay, listen to this. This is just beautiful.
The pressure in here in Columbia is for me to not even vote red on the board. Y'all might not know this. A dark money entity that was created on Tuesday, the day after we voted for this, I went home and a attack piece went out in my whole district about the fact that I voted for this. I get that the people in Columbia, that the lobby wants me to either not vote or to vote green on this, but my constituents want me to vote red, and they want their tax money spent on core government functions, on their roads, on their schools. That's what they want their money spent on. So they don't want us in here trying to play this government planning thing where we in our bureaus can figure out where the jobs should be, who should be employed, how much money should be allocated where in the private sector. It never works. It's socialism. It's never worked anywhere before. So what are we doing trying to do it here?
But would you?
This is my favorite. Little known fact, says Pickles and Jars, Derek O'Shea's birthday is St. Patty's Day. Please don't tell people that. It's a secret. I love fantastic speech to get started. And then here's the politician, my man right here. Excuse me, sir. Let me lecture you on how things actually run around here. We do listen to the lobbies, because the lobbies give us money. I mean, the lobbies are our friends. Listen to this lecture. Dude, if I was on the podium, I would just be like, shut up. Just shut up. Okay, here we go.
Do you consider the fact that South Carolina's track record on bringing major projects into this state has a winning record, and therefore, again, commerce should be listened to rather than those people back in your district that may not have ever brokered a deal, may not understand what it means of being a project, may not understand economic incentives. So what your suggestion is, we should listen.
Exactly. Your constituents are too stupid to understand these big concepts like bringing in businesses into a state. These are huge concepts that dumb, stupid, backcountry South Carolinians, I'm one myself, just doesn't, you just don't get it. You don't understand it. You're too stupid. They don't read books. They walk around with no shoes on, and you know the health hazard that comes from no shoes. It's a very serious subject, and we're all here for it. Socialism works as well as a 2-story outhouse. I call top bunk. So, thanks, Pickles and Jar. I just love the. I love how the lecture. The lecture is perfect, though. It shows exactly what these politicians are thinking. You're too stupid to understand big concepts. You're too stupid to understand how businesses work or how governments work. I know you voted these people in, but now let the smart people do these things. Let the lobbyists tell us what to do. I don't want to vote on a bill that I don't know about. I want to be told what's on the bill before I vote on it. I don't want to read the bill. Why would I take time out of my busy life? I have kids. I have a family. I have my social media presence. I'm starting a podcast. I don't want to read a bill that I'm voting for. Tell me the 5 points. I throw it in the ChatGPT and say, what are the 5 basic points of this bill? And then I ask my lobbyists, are these points true? Then they tell me yes or no. They give me the green light, and then I vote on it. I don't want to go back to my dumb constituents in South Carolina. Those people are idiots. They don't know how to read. Don't get me started on the South Carolina school system. Am I right? Queen says the dumb tax-paying rube needs to pay and take what we give them for their own good. Exactly. Okay, let's continue down this idiotic take. What a freaking dude. Sorry. God, it's the morning. Things slip.
May not understand what it means of being a project, may not understand economic incentives. So what you're suggesting is we should listen to the people back home in your district rather than the people at Commerce that have been successful at bringing these mega deals to South Carolina.
Mr. Rutherford, I don't think that you could have espoused a philosophy that disagrees more fundamentally than me. I completely disagree with you, and I think that you believe what you just said. But no, I 100% am going to listen to the people back home who I represent in this House, and you should listen to the 40,000 people in your area, and not the bureaucrats at Commerce, and not the lobbyists, and not the multi-billion-dollar international corporations. You should listen to your constituents like I am. So yes, I will always fall back on the common sense of the wonderful people from Taylor's and Greenville Eastside, far more than I will ever listen to unelected bureaucrats, other representatives in here who have been here for far too long and have maybe managed a whole lot of these deals, and far more than I will ever listen to any member out
So,
there.
Mr. Morgan, we don't.
Dude, just put that in a pill and just like let me inject that thing. That was beautiful. My man here is going to do well. He speaks like a preacher. I mean, he's got that preacher swag about him where he's
not
like
the multi-billion
national corporation. I love that cadence. That kind of cadence is like, yes, pastor. Come on, pastor. My impression of the guy that is talking right here, this guy right here. He's like, excuse me, I'm gonna actually tell you something. Let me just say this. And she's okay. All right. This man needs a statue in the main town. Dude, 100%. Like, this is like so on point that you just hope he's real. You know what I mean? It's almost like hearing these words, it's so good that you want it to be true. And I'm praying it's true. Stay true to yourself. Don't be like when I first met Nikki Haley in South Carolina, she seemed like this. And then all of a sudden she just like got a bunch of money and became that corporate shill that she was on the deep down and the inside. I hope this person doesn't sell his soul like other politicians, because the minute they sell their soul, they're just like a shill of a human being. Keep your speaking skills up, sir. You gonna do just fine.